Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Good morning, everybody. I wish that I knew how to cut an outtakes reel or I had time to do it because I was just partway through a similar video for you guys and remembered I had eggs on the stove that were burning. So it was probably a lovely display of me panicking and running out of the shop. But anyway, sorry. Happy Wednesday. I wanted to check in with you guys. First of all, thanks everybody this has just been a great group. Everyone's been super engaged, and those of you that are less engaged, when I check in with you, it seems like you're getting a ton out of it. So keep it up, keep supporting one another and sharing ideas and looking into what each daily check-in is. Yesterday was Tasty Tuesday, sharing recipes, and that was probably our least involved post so far. So just remember to check that heading picture every day and that you're participating that way. Remember, whoever ends up with the most points, you get a point for each of those hashtags that you use, is going to win the 22-minute hardcore program. If you already have it, then we'll sub out for a different program in that same price category. So I wanted to share with you guys today a couple of things. The first one is on Shakeology. If you have Shakeology, it is so, so important that you are making that part of your routine every day, okay? The way that it's designed is it's going to not only bring you really great nutrition each and every day, and it's something you can rely on when life gets crazy, that you know that at least one time a day you're getting good stuff in, right? Because I don't know about you guys, but I used to be really guilty of if I started off the day wrong. Let's say I missed breakfast or I was running late to work and I didn't pack a lunch. This was obviously, I'm using an example from a long time ago because we know I haven't had to leave the house for work very often in the last couple of years, but I think back to when I was teaching, especially if I was late, which was every day, I tended to grab something on my way to work. I oftentimes would eat out for lunch because I would be like, forget it. Today's not going to be a day that I eat healthy. And then I wouldn't make a good choice for dinner because mentally I felt like I'd already lost the day. So there was no sense in wasting my time eating healthy because I already had ruined the day. And I carried that mentality with me for years. I mean, until really I started doing a lot of the Beachbody stuff, did I start to think about eating differently. And just like one clean, healthy meal isn't going to solve all of your health and weight loss problems, right? You're not going to eat one good, great, healthy meal and all of a sudden have the body that you want. One mishap is not going to completely derail you. So that's where I find Shakeology to be such a wonderful addition to my day, because if I'm running around like a ragged person, I like knowing that I'm at least one time making a good choice. And that knowledge that I'm doing that once a day really helps me stay on course the rest of the day. So even if it is a crazy day and I have to grab something out, I'm going to make that extra trip to get somewhere where I can get a healthy choice versus saying forget it and driving through and getting like French fries. Shakeology is not cheap, so I don't want to waste it. I don't want to be putting it into a body that I continue to put crap in all day long. So that's one of my favorite things about Shakeology. But the other great thing about it and why it's so important for you to make sure that you're consistently drinking it versus just drinking it like once or twice a week, it definitely helps with like detoxing your system and getting junk out of your body, that has been kind of probably building up in your intestines. And if you're having any GI issues and you're new to Shakeology, that's very normal. Sometimes it can be a little tough on your digestive tract, and a couple ways to troubleshoot that are either reduce your scoop to half a scoop but still keep up with every day, or just kind of know that it's good, it's doing what it should do. If you're having like serious GI issues, you could be having some sort of issue with the protein, and we can always talk about getting you vegan, and typically that solves anyone that's having dairy sensitivity. So, but just like extra bloating, extra gassiness, it's doing what it should do. Okay. I don't notice it anymore. And I actually add an extra scoop of digestive health in to my shake now. When Shakeology was first designed, it had, almost twice the fiber that it currently has. But like I said in my post yesterday, after doing some different research, people needed to have the fiber backed off a little bit. So if you want, a great way to get another source of fiber in, I can talk to you, or your coach can talk to you about the digestive health. So anyway, make sure that you're drinking that Shakeology every single day, at least for this first month. If you're brand new to it, or if you've taken a break, the best way to give that a good, fair chance to reap the benefits is to drink it consistently. So even if you haven't been, start now and keep up with it, and then let us know how you feel at the end of that time. With Shakeology, remember, if you need to modify your order at any time, and that's to turn off your auto ship, to change the flavor, to change the frequency. A lot of people don't know this, but you can switch your Shakeology so that it delivers every other month or every 3 months. So if you like it, but you don't need it every month, and you want to maximize that value of getting the $2 shipping, which is great because I love Beachbody, every aspect of them except for their shipping is so expensive. So a lot of times people will modify their order and have it delivered every other month or every 3 months, because that seems like a better amount of time that they're getting more use out of it if they're not drinking it every day. And they can, when they re-get it, they can take advantage of that free shipping. So there's a link in the file section if you want to do that. Make sure that you do that. You need to do that before your Shakeology shipment ships. And if it does ship, you can always return it. But speak with your coach if you need some help kind of navigating that. Okay, and then lastly, and then I'll get off my, I don't really think I'm on a soapbox, but I'll stop talking. Okay, so you guys know that I'm a personal development, not obsessed person. And I always think it's interesting. I feel like things kind of come in waves, and for whatever reason, I keep getting messaging this week from 2 or 3 different personal development sources. I always have a couple things different going on. I'm actively reading an actual book that I try to do 10 pages of before I go to bed at night. I'm always listening to a book, and then I'm listening to podcasts. I feel like that for me, I have a lot of wasted time, like getting the kids' lunches together, or straightening up the house during naps, or trying not to fall asleep. Or I'm always in the car. So I'm a big audio person. I listen to Audible and I listen to podcasts. I would say, I know it seems insane, but I probably get close to 2 hours a day just being around. And instead, where I probably would have had the TV on in years past, and not really watching TV, I would have just been kind of having something on in the background. I now walk around either with my cell phone on, or I'll connect it to our speakers and listen that way. Which means my husband listens to it sometimes, my kids listen to it sometimes, but it's really good for everybody. There's been a lot of times this week that Shailene in particular, who I love her podcast, has been talking about things that Genevieve has asked me, what does that mean? And certainly not all audio is appropriate for kids, but there's some really good teachable moments. And I know that mine are just at the very beginning stages of this, but as they get older, they'll probably be really annoyed by me because I have no plans to stop some of these behaviors. Anyway, I'm rambling. So I keep coming across different messages this week, and focus on working through the hard things, and that, our a lot of time, sorry, a lot of times our want for things to be a certain way, and our instant gratification, and our temporary joy, our immediate joy, overrides us sticking it out through difficult situations. And I think that this is such a great parallel to making it through a workout program. If you are just kind of doing a workout here or there and not really following a program, not really sticking to a schedule, then I don't know that you are getting the full value out of setting a plan, sticking to it, and completing it. It's hard to wake up and push play every day or go for your run or stay on track. It's not easy, right? It's if it was, I know it sounds cliche, but if it was, everybody would do it. Just like there's lots of not easy parts of life, and you get uncomfortable and things are hard and things are tough. And being in these groups and working through these programs, I guarantee you it's going to spill over into every aspect of your life and your ability to manage your stress and your ability to work through difficult situations and dig deep and build, really build who you are. And so that you can get through the hard times. I know that a lot of you, since we've joined together probably a year and a half ago now, have shared that with me, that through very challenging situations in life outside of your health and fitness world, some of the best tools that you've gotten from these health and fitness groups is how to make it through those times. So if you're one that gets easily turned off from something because it's challenging, or this seems overwhelming to you sometimes because it's hard, lean into that discomfort and really try to push yourself, because I promise you, not only are you going to be happy with your physical results and where you get and how much stronger you are and how much closer you are to your goals and how proud you feel of yourself. It feels really, really good to set a big goal and to finish it. And I don't know about you guys, but before I started this, with the exception of training for half marathons and marathons, I really started to question what I could and couldn't do. And I was telling myself more frequently than not that I couldn't do things. And I think for me, one of the biggest things that I've taken from all of these accountability groups is just such a better resolve in myself and awareness of that it's okay for things to be hard and to work through them. And a lot of that comes from starting and completing programs. I know that might seem totally crazy, and I know that I'm totally rambling, but I wanted to share that with you guys, because it keeps coming up in my personal development this week, that it's okay when things are hard. It's okay when you're uncomfortable. But the difference is not doing the temporary fix, not saying, okay, I'm just not going to do my workout today, or I'm just going to eat ice cream and make it all better, because that's not getting you any closer to your goals. And that same argument can be applied to so many different things in your life, your relationship with your kids, with your spouse, what's going on at work, what's going on with, if you have a bad relationship with your boss, there's just so many different situations that I think you can grow in through your participation in these groups. So sorry for my Wednesday ramble, my scratchy voice. I hope you guys have a really great day. See you soon.